Dear audience, dear ladies and gentlemen, today we are happy to welcome Mr. Dirk Alexander Bäppler, VP of Sales from Hähner. Hello, Alex.
Hi.
How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm pretty well. We are here in Dortmund, only a throne's throw away from BVB Stadium, so I couldn't feel better.
I see. And now we know exactly which supporter you are.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah. But let's start with the very important idea. What does the merger between Hähner and Faurecia mean for Hähner in this case?
We are pretty much excited in Hähner at the moment. It had been announced now a few months ago that Hähner joined forces with Faurecia. And by doing so, there's a new company growing up, right? So the new company, which is called Faurecia, going to have a total turnover of about 22 billion euro. Imagine. So we will become the 7th biggest automotive supplier globally in this merge. And with this new group, we have then more than 150,000 people working for this company, with more than 35,000 engineers. I think this is quite a huge number. And imagine every second car globally is equipped with a product of Hähner and Faurecia. So the new group will have then 6 different business groups. The one is seating. I think Faurecia is quite famous for the seating products. There's going to be a clean mobility, where we have exhaust systems in, and hydrogen solutions. The third one is interior, where we have digital cockpits in, for example. And then we have, the Hähner part of the story, which is lighting, of course, which is lighting.
For sure, yeah.
Which is electronics, where we bring something with us to the party. On the other side, also Clarion, which is brand of Faurecia. And the last business group is the so-called life cycle solution, where also Hähner is then part of, or the aftermarket is part of. I think an additional important information is that, of course, beside that the new group will have the name Faurecia, the brand name of Hähner will remain, because I think Hähner is a pretty famous brand, especially in the aftermarket, and therefore it's already decided that Hähner will remain, especially for us in the aftermarket.
Wow. I think our audience is already very impressed about these kind of informations, as I am. So I'm very astonished about these huge kind of figures that you have announced here. And I think we can be very excited what will bring the new group for the independent aftermarket. Yeah. That's actually the question. What does Hähner or Faurecia stand for in the future independent aftermarket then?
There is a big group now growing up, right? With, as said, 22 billion of turnover, being number 7 in the world. On the other side, now thinking about the aftermarket, we want to remain the workshop friend and the partner of the wholesaler. Even though we are becoming such a big company, we still want to be, this flexible aftermarket organization, which we used to be. And I think this is an important message. On top of that, I think this I have already answered in the first question, is that we will remain the brand of Hähner in the aftermarket, because there's a certain value behind. For us, very important. But we would like to use this position of strength now to further onboard new products, new solution, new products, and this always in combination with our friends from Hähner Gutmann, so in connection with our diagnostic devices, to offer a full service to the independent aftermarket.
Wow. I think that's really impressing what you have already mentioned here. So let me say it in a positive way. A new monster is coming up for the independent aftermarket now. But can you already give our audience a sneak preview of new product groups or ranges which you will be offered in the future to the independent aftermarket thanks to Faurecia?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting journey now for us, an exciting journey, I have to say. Of course, is what we're planning to do and already doing today is we are continuously checking, the range of Faurecia, because we also have to learn what they have in their portfolio, right? Like seating and all this stuff I've mentioned already. So this is what we are constantly doing. But what is already very concrete is that we will onboard the exhaust systems from Faurecia. As mentioned, they have the product group Clean Mobility. Within Clean Mobility, They are also producing exhaust products. Just, remember they are market leader in exhaust. Nobody knows that maybe, but they are market leader in exhaust in OE. And we would like to onboard this product group now pretty quickly, probably within the next, month. And they have a certain USP here because, we all know that the exhaust program is, from a logistical point of view, not the easiest range, right?
Right.
So they have developed kind of an USP that they're cutting the exhaust pipes into pieces so that it fits, to a box which has a length of 1.20 meters. So it's no problem anymore, to store these kind of products. So this is, I think, a USP in terms of exhaust, and we will onboard that pretty quickly. But we want also here to be, somebody who is, providing kind of a solution. And under the roof of clean mobility, our idea is to onboard on the one side and to offer on the one side the HELLA sensor range, like oxygen sensors, NOx sensors, and all this stuff. The exhaust range from Faurecia. And in addition to that, once again, from HELLA Goodman, the emission tester, right? To really provide value add to the aftermarket.
So it's a lot of informations, and if we count all these things already together, it seems, or it is already, I think our audience can be very supportive with these ideas and the new products that will come up. And I think especially the independent garages will be more than thankful just if we take this idea of the exhausting system, if we talk about the packaging idea that you have presented right now here. And in addition of this, also the distributors, if we talk about the warehouses, will be happy, very happy to hear that.
Exactly.
Okay. So concerning the exhausting system, you have already mentioned within a few months they will be ready. If we talk about the other product group ranges, what is a realistic time schedule to bring it into the independent aftermarket then?
Let me be honest. No? This is hard to say now. No? On the one side, exhaust is now an easy one because this is an existing product range. We have already started, all the tasks which are needed, pretty early. So we have, what you need to do to be successful in the aftermarket, right? We have built up new data. We have uploaded everything to TechDoc. We've prepared the market launch. So this product range will probably be available maybe end of May, beginning of June, maybe. No? So this is the timeline for this range. And then, as said, we are continuously, checking the OE range of Faurecia. And here, I honestly cannot give you a robust timing. No? When is, expecting what? As said, every time when we find every time when we will find new products, of course, we will onboard them and introduce to the aftermarket. But it's hard to say at the moment when this will be possible.
I can understand that you are not today in the position after this short term of merger, if I can say it like this, to announce the real time schedule. But I think our audience is more than interesting to see that all the new possibilities that will come up for them with the new products, which are today not available within the independent aftermarket. But for sure, then the question, which is obvious then, how will you enable the independent garages so that they can remain up to date with the future megatrends?
I think megatrends is a good, topic. No? First of all, I truly believe that this new company Faurecia is very well positioned along the megatrends in the automotive industry. Now think about individualization, digitalization, autonomous driving, connectivity, and now think about our products, right? So I think this is a cool fit, right, among the megatrends. And our company is pretty much independent from the combustion engine and future proof. No? So I think this is a good message. First of all, for us, right, working for this new company, but secondly, but also for our customers, no? Because for sure our target is to shift and offer everything we have in OE to the aftermarket. At the same time, we all together. This is not only true for us as a supplier, but also for you guys as a wholesaler and ITG. we need to ensure that all these future-proof products can be serviced in a garage, right, out there. And here we need to offer a different kind of services. What we are doing, just to give you a few examples, right? So on the one side, we have, of course, our Hähner Academy. No? So across the globe, we are offering our training solutions, be it for cars of today, be it for cars of tomorrow, to train the garages to be able to serve these future cars. And also here, this is everything done in combination and alignment with our friends of Hähner-Guttmann. I think this is one big USP we can offer as a group. Secondly, we have also open platforms like the Hähner Tech World. So we are offering the Hähner Tech World. This is an open platform available for everybody, SEO optimized on Google. And here you can find for all our products, interesting trainings, mounting videos, and all this stuff. And imagine only last year we had 4.8 million hits on the Hähner Tech World. I think this is 4.8 million hits globally on Hähner Tech World.
That's quite impressive.
Yes, and I think here this figure or by saying this figure, it's clear that we are offering here value add. And the third one I'd like to mention is the technical hotline from Hähner-Guttmann. I think also here this is highly perceived by our customers. And alone in Germany, we are getting more than 500,000 calls a year, helping garages in their daily work. So long story short, we all together have to work to get the garages trained. And these are only a few examples what we can offer.
Oh, thank you. But as always, it's not a one-way street, yeah. And for me, it's also important to raise the question: what are the requirements from your side towards the garages? Are there any recommendations you would like to give to our audience?
Honestly, I'm personally convinced that every garage needs to have an openness for training. Without training, it won't be possible, to be ready for the future. So I can only encourage and recommend to get every training you can get out there and be part of that to be able to repair the cars of tomorrow. But once again, this I think and I believe this is a task we have to do hand in hand. We can offer something. Our colleagues from the supplier industry offering solutions. You guys doing the same. And I'm truly convinced that we can only survive and succeed if we are doing it all together.
Thank you for the clear statement here. There's a new motto coming up from your side. It's called "Light is the new chrome."
Yeah.
How can you interpret this statement if we talk about the fact that the exterior and interior lighting will further continue to grow?
Yeah, this is with an eye wink, I mean, as said at the very beginning, lighting is and will remain one major pillar of FORVIA, of the new company. And lighting is a pretty emotional topic, right? So if you look to lighting and you see in your rear lamp a car behind you, you see immediately on the headlamp what kind of car it is. And we are one of the innovation leader out there in lighting, so very well positioned. But there are also new solutions possible in the future. So let me give you only 3 examples. One might be the grille of the car. Talking about e-cars in the future, you don't need to have the traditional grille anymore, right? It's clear, obvious. So you can use now the grille for nice lighting illumination. What we are doing already. So we have already the first customers using that one. So this is a nice possibility to give again the car, another design. Secondly is, for example, let's talk about autonomous driving. We believe that in the future, when the car will drive autonomous, you need to see 360 degrees around the car that the car is driving autonomous, so that also the other people recognize that this car is at the moment driving autonomous. And also this one you can solve, with lighting. And this is our use cases we are offering already today also to customers and to show them what's possible. And the third one is light is the new chrome. We have a lot of chrome on the car, right? Around the window, for example. And also here we are offering use cases at the moment to do the same with lighting, right? Where you can push on a button inside of the car and you can change the color of the design. And these are all solutions we are thinking of. My only thinking behind is of course we will further offer head and rear lamps, but there are also other possibilities out there, what you can solve with lighting.
Okay. So quite interesting, or very interesting, sorry for quite. But it is in the first step for sure something for the OEs, for the vehicle manufacturer. What are the possibilities for the independent aftermarket garages to take advantages of these new development of these lighting possibilities and so on?
I do believe that there is also a revenue stream for the garages. No? I mean, at the end of the day, when do we change a headlamp at the moment or a rear lamp? When you crash, right? If you crash, probably also the grille, is affected. No? I've mentioned before, and probably also the outer area of the car, no? where today is chrome on, right? So I do believe that by offering these kind of products, there is also a certain aftermarket demand then behind. And the only thing we need to ensure is that we're doing our utmost to offer these products also to the aftermarket. Because my experience is every time when we are offering a product to the aftermarket, there's a certain demand behind, if you believe it or not.
I'm a believer, no doubt about that. Okay, let's come to the last topic here within our short communication. How can we together, you as HELLA FORVIA, and we as Global One Automotive, with its shareholders, strengthen the future sales in our beloved market, in the independent aftermarket?
Yeah, I think there are certain topics. No? I mean, we've mentioned in another question already the topic of training. No? So this is, I think, something we need to do hand in hand. No? I think this goes without saying. On the other side, once again, we need to ensure as FORVIA in the future to offer everything we have to the OE. So this is, I think, a really important task for us, that we transfer the OE know-how to the independent aftermarket in combination with HELLA Guttmann to offer a real solution. Secondly, I mean, we all together, we have also a duty. What is the duty? The duty is that we are offering, not only the product and the service behind, but also the data behind, which are necessary to repair a car. And also here, this is for sure something we can do together and have to do together, because without data in the future, it won't be possible anymore to serve the cars.
And as I've already mentioned it earlier, it's not a one-way street. Thank you for your offer. But what is your request towards our shareholders? How can we support your idea, and what are the requirements from FORVIA or HELLA side then?
Yeah, so we are somehow, dependent from each other. You guys need us as a supplier because we can offer the products, right? And you guys are responsible to serve the garage, last mile logistics, plus onboarding tons of other services. So therefore, we need to develop, hand in hand, the market, and we need to work on exactly the topics mentioned before, in very close cooperation, and that's what we're doing actually. So I think we need to continue this way to be successful.
Okay, I can assure you we will stand at your side. We are happy that we have HELLA and in the future FORVIA as our strategic supplier for Global One Automotive shareholders. And I would like to say also to the audience, thank you very much, Alex, for these very, very interesting informations coming from HELLA and from the new company FORVIA. And hope to see you soon again on this chair. It's not a hot chair. I think we can share a lot of good information then. And have a good trip home. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marcus.